What do you think, bro? Do you think Hermes is finally at that level now that he could beat Devin?
Yeah, I think Hermes would win.
Jerry Cagorette was on a live stream on his YouTube channel yesterday talking about potential super matches and who
Devin
he thinks will
versus
win.
Hermes.
Here he's asked by Paul Italia who he thinks will win Devin versus
He's
Hermes if they
Gasparini.
were to
We've seen
face.
Hermes in action. What do you think, bro? Do you think Hermes is finally at that level now that he could beat Devin?
Yeah, I think Hermes would win.
Yeah, I think Hermes would win too. I think he's too explosive. I don't think Devin would be able to get a stop on Hermes right now. But maybe if Devin bulked up, I mean, it's hard to say.
Okay. Now, this is the one thing I want to ask you, and I need you to educate me on this. I'm only 3 years in the sport, and everybody says John Brzenk is the GOAT. So, John being smaller than most of these super heavies and beating all these giants over time, what is that makes John so great? Is it the table knowledge? Is he on a whole nother level with his table knowledge, or is it something with
Wrist,
with his
super
strength?
strong
Like, what
thumb,
is it? Is he the smartest arm wrestler there is?
and very, very technical. Very technically
He
versed.
is definitely one of the smartest, right? And I would put knowledge. I would put Devin right next to him, right?
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I
this.
think
I was asking,
Devin
like,
is the pinnacle of arm wrestling knowledge as far as just complete awareness. At least his being able to vocalize it. Like John Brzenk is known. Obviously, he's very smart, but he may not be as good at being able to teach others or coach others because he knows it like himself, but he doesn't know how to describe it as well because not everyone can be the best teacher, even though if they understand the information.
Can we put Devin up in the same category as John as far as being having a table IQ?
Yeah, I would put Devin right up there with John. And the other person I would say that is as knowledgeable would be like Engen, right? Engen's no joke when it comes to. That's why he's so good at putting these matches together.
People who are just completely obsessed with every little detail of the sport. And I feel the same way. Like, man, when I get into the arm wrestling, every little detail I'm trying to learn, supination, pronation, little minor adjustments, minor nuances that come just with analyzing, just complete over analyzing and analyzing every single little detail until you have an understanding. But then you realize that there's always more to learn. Like even Devin is, I'm sure, still learning minor things. I mean, there's just so much. Like when you're analyzing it, there's so much that you learn.
His table IQ is through the roof too.
I agree with that. There's one other name that I'd like to throw in that and just kind of get your thoughts on as far as table IQ. Can we throw a Travis Bagent in that same level of?
I don't think Travis Bagent necessarily has the table IQ in terms of well-roundedness. I think Travis Bagent has a really strong move as far as his posting style, top roll, but in terms of versatility, I wouldn't say that he's as well versed as Brzenk or Devin.
Table IQ?
He's not at their level, right? He's good, but he's not at their level, right? And Travis isn't capable of switching to a hook. Travis
Exactly, he's less versatile.
isn't. Travis is a dominant top roller, and when he was on, he was on.
Yeah, I aspire to be like those arm wrestlers that can pull in every single position. Guys like Prudnick, guys like Sandris, guys like Devin. I mean, it's a hook, it's a top roll, it's a press. I mean, they can do it all. Brzenk, of course, known for his versatility.
And I would love to see a peaked out Travis versus Hermes, right? And I'd love to see that match. And because I put them so similar, even though both of them are going to say that they're not.
Yeah. I actually agree with Jerry on this. I think they have similar styles in the fact that they're very explosive. They're silver bullet type pullers. They have that one move. They're giving it their all, but they don't necessarily have the most elite endurance. They're just trying to pin to the pad as quickly as possible, take wrist, take complete positional control, and then go to the side very fast, very explosive type pullers.
These could transition better than Travis, but I think Travis was so dominant that he didn't have to transition. So I don't know. I would love to see that if we were able to go back in time and get the Travis that I went against and put it against the Hermes that's of now, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, if only you could do that. Take someone from the past and put him against someone now. Like, imagine taking Cleve Dean and putting him against, I don't know, Levon. I covered Cleve Dean in a recent video. Now, I think Levon would crush Cleve Dean in his prime shape, but it's interesting to kind of think of these matchups from past athletes to, present athletes.
The reason why I ask you about the skill level is, yeah, Travis went at things a little different than everybody else. You know, Travis's whole theory, me hanging out with him all the time for all those years and everything, Travis always felt the best thing to do is find your move and just come the expert in that, and don't waste your time in any other place or anything.
Yeah. Different. Yeah, man, that's the thing about arm wrestling. So many people have different mindsets and different beliefs when it comes to it. Like in terms of like Travis just wanting to develop one move and just trying to get that move better and better and better, instead of trying to work your weak points and bring your weak points up to your strong points, to the point where you're just versatile. When one let's say your top roll gets too strong, then you work on your hook and you try and balance it out and progress everything at the same rate and be versatile. I mean, there's so many different like philosophies and outlooks when it comes to how to progress or how to win.
Worked for Travis, it really did. So, but I also want to say, when he watches matches, and you can even hear it, guys, in the commentary, he sees things that most people don't see, and the only thing that I can say to
Travis
that
is a great
the
commentator.
IQ, but I understand what you're saying. He just didn't have the skills or the want to learn how to pull in a hook. He didn't want to learn another track because, just like I said, his theory was just master your one move, because if you could do that,
shit, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, Travis Bagent is a legend in arm wrestling.
he'll never lose, and it really did work for him. But I got to say, his table IQ is got to be up there also.
Well, I think it's bad. I just say it's not at. I don't think it's at Devin and John.
Yeah.
You know better than me, brother.
Agreed.
I'm gonna fall back on that, and I'm just throwing in my part. What I've heard over Travis. Like he would be talking things about matches, and I'm like,
Travis, I think he has a table
like,
IQ in his move, like in the little details that get him the advantages and the little cheats, because a lot of arm wrestling is cheating too. Travis is so good at manipulating the setup, the strap, the referees. You got to work the referees too. His whole persona, getting in people's heads as well. I mean, there's so many factors to it, but I think in terms of overall versatility, John and Devin are some of the top guys.
I don't see any of that shit, but I am brand new, and I mean, he's in, what's it, like 40 years, and, his pops was the man, and his pops also, just bred him to be that arm wrestler and all. But I want to keep moving on quick, because I know that your battery's getting dead on the phone and all that. Yep. So the last match that I wanted to kind of talk about was a possibility of a match between Artem Morozov and Denis Sapslenkov, left hand. Now I want to see Artem Morozov 100%. Because right now I know he's having some problems with his left and all. He said he's got a little injury, and then a 100% peaked out Denis Sapslenkov. What happens left hand?
That could be a huge match. Morozov is #1 left in the world right now, self-proclaimed, but I mean, he beat Cody Merritt, who's the #1 guy in North America, and it's well believed that Morozov is #1 left, but obviously Sapslenkov coming back, and he's known to have a stronger left than his right as well. So that could be a fantastic match right there.
In between them two.
That would be a sick match.
Yeah.
I would love to see that match. I would bet anything that would be a war.
Oh, because they got to set that up. That would be a war.
Have the same mentality.
And they both have good endurance too.
They just do anything to win. So that I don't know who would win that match. And I mean, I know Dennis is ridiculously strong with
so is Morozov.
His left, and I know Artem is too. I mean, we saw Artem go against
Davikian from Armenia.
Artem's beat everybody, bro. Artem is
I think that's who Jerry was thinking of.
The world champion of East versus West left hand. So
he's beat
anybody
Cody
that's come to
Merritt,
the table and he's did it in a very dominant fashion. He's beat, I think, Cody Merritt
on the left
which
and
we
the right
know
too.
Cody is one of the top left arms and everything, and he kind of went right through him and all. And I know he's had a couple other big time matches. I think he beat Hermes left hand as well.
He beat Hermes as well.
So I mean, his left is just on another level. and I would just love to see Denis Sapslenkov.
Oh, that's a fantastic match. That's the first time I've actually heard of that match proposal. So shout out to Paul for asking some good questions there when he talked to Jerry Cagorette. So do you guys think Devin will beat Hermes? I mean, I think that is a good matchup right there. And Devin has been saying that he'll never pull Hermes, kind of jokingly. They kind of have that trash talk, but I honestly think Hermes is in such a great shape that I don't know if. I mean, that might be a hard match for Devin. Hermes is no joke, but also Morozov versus Sapslenkov on the left, that would be fantastic. Who do you think would win that match? I mean, Sapslenkov is coming back into a great shape, so he could be even more dangerous pretty soon here. And I know his left is better than his right, but Morozov has just crushed Cody Merritt, Dadakian, Gasparini on the left, and he's number one in the world on the left. So that'll be for the number one spot in the world on the left arm. Who do you think would win? Leave a comment. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys later.